What are we looking for? Dogs.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Barry, and we back on Bird's Eye View with it. Like always, appreciate the love and support. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Stop what you're doing. Smash the like button, smash subscribe button. Hop in the comment section, comment whatever you want. Of course, I'm dropping daily bangers day by day. You know we got news of the day coming out of Colorado. And we're going to jump right into it, dog. So, of course, we back with another recap with this Colorado football program. As always, shout out Well Off Media, Reach the People Media for providing us phenomenal footage each and every day. Of course, I'm going to bring you guys the keys to victory for this Utah matchup, just like I do each and every week for this Colorado football program. And of course, I'm gonna start on the offensive side of the football for us. Of course, we need to convert on third down. Now, obviously, last week against Texas Tech, we were 2 of 13 on third down. Of course, that's just not winning football. Way too many 3 and outs. Obviously, we were still able to get a victory in that ball game, 41-27. But all in all, if we want to play winning football, and of course, if we want to obtain the goals that we have set out for us this season, we need to do better on third down. I know we will improve that number this week for sure. Of course, we need to get back to successfully running the football. Against Texas Tech, we averaged about 2.2 yards per carry. Of course, I'm expecting that number to rise for sure, without question. The run game is something that's kind of been up and down a little bit for us this season. Obviously, we've had a couple breakout performances where we were able to rush for over 100 yards for a team. But all in all, for the most part, of course, we've been rushing for under 100 yards a game. But I feel like we can be successful. Their run defense grade, according to PFF, is about middle of the pack. So I feel like this will be a game where we can kind of get the run game going again, and it's going to be exciting to see that. So, of course, we got to continue to get the ball in our playmakers' hands. As you know, we have one of the best wide receiving cores, if not the best wide receiving core in the country. We have special playmakers all over the football field at wide receiver, and I'm looking forward to us getting the ball in our playmakers' hands. Of course, LaJohntay Wester, Travis Hunter, of course, Jimmy Horn, if he's able to play. Still waiting to see. Of course, he's day-to-day to see if Jimmy's going to be able to play, and obviously Will Shepherd has been doing a phenomenal job as well, too. So we just got to keep getting the ball in our playmakers' hands, get them in their hands in space, and just let them make plays. That's what they've been doing all season. As far as our offensive line, and kudos to our offensive line, man. They've been stepping up. They've been getting better and better each and every week. Offensive line just pretty much needs to continue the momentum up front. Since week 7, right, we've been elite up front, dog. 3rd highest pass pro grade, according to PFF, in the Power 4. Again, 3rd highest pass pro grade in the Power 4 since week 7. So we just got to continue to be solid up front, continue to keep Shedeur Sanders upright. We got the best quarterback in the country. When he has time, he can pick apart any defense in the nation. And of course, you just got to play clean football, right? Don't turn the ball over. Can't have any costly penalties on offense that'll set our offense back. Just got to stay in front of the sticks, and we're gonna be fine. We'll be fine on offense. We'll be able to make plays. We'll be able to score a lot of points in this football game. Let's switch over to the defensive side of the ball. We got to continue to get to the ball. Coach Prime preaches it each and every day. Get to the football, 11 men to the hat. Get to the ball, 11 men to the ball. And, of course, we got to tackle well. We've been doing a pretty decent job of tackling all season. So, of course, we're going to continue to keep the momentum there. We got to continue to be physical and get after the quarterback. Obviously, we lead the Big 12 in sacks, and we're 2nd in the nation right now in sacks. And we got to get after the quarterback. And any quarterback, if you're able to pressure the quarterback, doesn't matter how good they are. If you're able to pressure the quarterback, move them off their spot. Of course, keep their eyes more so on the pass rush as opposed to looking downfield for an open target. We'll definitely be able to make plays. And when I get into the passing pressure, of course, I'm going to break down. I'm going to have the diagrams that show their quarterback, Isaac Wilson, how he is when he's under pressure, blitz, not blitz, like I do each and every week. When I show that, you'll see, wow, we can get him under, get under pressure with him, and we'll definitely be fine. Of course, we got to keep creating turnovers, right? We got 16 turnovers on the season. Of course, we lead the Big 12 in fumble recoveries. This is an opportunistic defense, man. We thrive on when we get opportunities to make plays. We make plays. This defense just flies around the football field. So we just got to continue to be us. And, of course, we got to be solid. We got to make sure that we cover the running back well out of the backfield. Of course, we've been susceptible to the wheel route all season. And their running back does make some plays in the receiving game. So, of course, we have to make sure we're solid there. And we just got to play disciplined football, dog. Can't have costly penalties, the roughing the passers, the unsportsmanlike conduct, the taunting penalties. Of course, I know how the game works, right? But, you get into it, right? You guys get emotional. But, of course, we got to make sure we control our emotions in those heated moments so we can make sure that we're not hurting our football team, and we'll definitely be fine. On special teams, right, we got to be special. Like Coach Prime always says, special teams has to be special. And if we're not going to be able to kick the ball in the end zone for a touchback, we just got to tackle well. We have to tackle well, make sure that we're not giving their offense a really good field position and putting our defense in the bind, and we'll be fine. Of course, Mata, just continue to be you, continue to be great, continue to put the ball through the upright. And for Mark, make sure when you get opportunities to pin them deep, as far as punting, make sure we can land something inside of the 10. And yeah, we're gonna be fine. This is the type of game, honestly, where we should really dominate, right? This could be the dominant, like the super dominant performance, like some of the similar ones that we've had on the road, like Arizona, UCF. That type of performance, we haven't had that yet at home. I feel like this week we can actually have that. I will say the injury bug has bit them really crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Their injury report list is a long one, right? Obviously, Cam Rising, their QB1, he's out for the year. Money Parks, that was their wide receiver 1, he's out for the year. Micah Pittman, who was your wide receiver 3, he's out for the year. Brant, I think it's Kudo, tight end. He's tight end 1. He's out for the season. Brandon Rose, which is their QB2, he's out for the year as well. And then their linebacker 2, Levani Demoni, he's out for the year as well too. So I mean, they're down pretty much their top 2 quarterbacks, their 2 of their top wide receivers. The tight end that's hurt, Brant, he leads their team in touchdowns. I believe he has 6. He leads their team in touchdowns. So I mean, they're out a lot of production right now. Of course, that doesn't mean we can take them lightly, right? Because it doesn't matter, right? You can be beat any given Saturday, right? So we can't take them lightly, but they are down a ton of production. Let's switch over to the impact players. Of course, it was a little tough with them having so many injuries. A lot of their impact players are hurt, but based on what they have that'll be available, they do have a couple guys that we do need to key on for sure. And I'm gonna start at the top with the quarterback position, like always. Isaac Wilson, 6 foot, 202, true freshman out of Draper, Utah. He was a 4-star quarterback, the top 20 quarterback in the nation coming out of last year's recruiting cycle. He is the younger brother of Zach Wilson, of course, the quarterback that plays for the New York Jets. He's played in 7 games this season, starting in 5 of those. He's 98 of 177 for 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. He also has 8 interceptions as well. He has 45 carries on the year for 66 yards. He will run the football a little bit. He has 3 games with at least 8 carries. 2 of those games, he had 10 plus carries. So, of course, we've been a little susceptible to the quarterback run just because we play so much man coverage. So, of course, we got to make sure that we minimize him there when he does try to take off with his legs. When you look at the passing pressure, of course, the diagram here, obviously when he's kept clean, he's best, right? 65.1% of his passes. Obviously, he has 4 interceptions there, but he also has 7 touchdowns as well. But for the most part, as far as completing passes, he's best when he's kept clean. Most quarterbacks are. Now, when you look at him under pressure, right? Only completing 29.2% of his passes. He's thrown 4 interceptions, so half his interceptions has come when he's under pressure. He's just a completely different quarterback. Now, obviously, same thing when he's blitzed. He's only completing 48.6% of his passes as opposed to when he's not blitzed at 60%. So, obviously, when we do blitz, we got to get home. And, it's kind of not a good recipe for Utah when you look at the fact that, a Colorado team playing at home, we're number 1 in the conference in sacks, number 6 in the nation, and then you have a quarterback who, when he's under pressure, he's completing less than 30% of his passes. I mean, that's not a good recipe for them there. A good recipe for us, but definitely not a good recipe for them. Obviously, when you look at the passing concepts of play action as opposed to no play action, right? They do a little bit of play action, at least with him, right? Most of his passes have been no play action, as you see. He has 131 attempts for no play action and only 46 with play action. So, and they don't really screen that much, at least not with him, right? He was 20 of 22, right? 22 attempts on the screen. These other 155 are not screen passes. And then when you look at the passing depth, right? Obviously, most of the teams that we played so far, they don't do a great job throwing the ball down the field. And here's another one here for Utah. As you see, he's only completing 33% of his passes, 20 plus yards down the field. Half of his interceptions have come when he's tried to throw the ball down the field. And even when you look at the medium game, right, 10 to 19 yards, he's thrown 3 interceptions there too as well, only completing 46% of his passes. Honestly, a lot of his completions are short, either short or behind the line of scrimmage. So as long as we take care of business, we're going to be fine. You see his passion direction. I have that, on the screen as well too for you guys to see. And obviously, you see where where he likes to attack most. Looking at the short center of the field, right? He's 30 for 43 there, completing 69.8% of his passes. And then obviously behind the line of scrimmage center, he's also completing 82.6% of his passes, 19 for 23 there. So as you see, as far as deep down the field, when he tries to attack down the field, he's not accurate really at all. And I feel like there's some opportunities for us there when he tries to attack and to push the ball down the field. Let's keep rolling to the running back position, man. Micah Bernard, 6'2", 206, out of Long Beach, California. 48 career games, 21 starts, 20 at running back. He also has 1 start at corner as well, too. 6 career 100-yard games. 4 of those have been this season. 3 straight 100-yard games in September. In 2024, 147 carries, 860 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also has 19 receptions on the year as well for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. And, of course, if you look at his rushing by direction, it's pretty even, honestly. Now, when he runs to the left side of the line, basically it's around the left end, right? He's not really running in between the tackles much when he goes left. It's mainly around the edge. But, in the middle and the right, I mean, it's pretty even when you look at left end, middle left, middle right, tackle right end. When you look there, I mean, it's pretty solid, honestly, all the way through. So it's not going to kind of be like how it was with Texas Tech, right? They mainly ran to the right. But here, they're kind of versatile a little bit. But when they do run to the left, most of the time they're going to go around the edge. So, he's a solid running back. I wouldn't say he's not the best that we've seen. He's probably not the second or third best that we've seen. We've seen some talented backs. We've had some talented backs when you look at get-ins from K-State. Of course, obviously, the running back from Texas Tech. And then obviously with Cincinnati, they had a few good backs as well, too. So, the Big 12 is loaded with running backs. We faced some good ones. We still got to make sure we tackle them and get them to the ground. Let's switch over to the defensive side of the ball. They got a solid edge rusher, Van Fillinger, 6'4", 255 senior out of Draper, Utah. 47 career games, 36 starts, ranks 3rd among active Big 12 players in sacks with 19.5. 4 games this season with at least 1 sack. 3 games with at least 2 tackles for loss. In 2024, 37 tackles, which is 3rd on the team. 8 tackles for loss. He leads the team there. 6 sacks. He also leads the team. He has 5 PBUs, so he will get his hands up and knock the football down the line of scrimmage. That is 2nd on the team. 1 fumble recovery and 1 block kick as well, too. They also have Lander Barton, 6'4", 236. He's a linebacker, junior out of Cottonwood Heights, Utah. 30 career games, 19 starts. He was 2022 freshman All-American. He was Pac-12 freshman of the year. In 2024, he leads the team in tackles with 59, has 3 tackles for loss, 4 PBUs, 4 straight games with at least 7 tackles as well. We got Smith Snowden, 5'10", a $185 sophomore out of Lehigh, Utah. He's a 4-star recruit in 2022. Top 30 defensive back in the country. In 2024, 33 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. He leads the team in PBUs with 6. He also has 1 interception. He also leads the team in 3rd down stops as well with 6. When you look at the PFF grades here, when you compare Colorado to Utah, Colorado were overall ranked number 1 in the conference right now, and they are 10th. Offense, we are number 2. They are number 15. Passing, we are number 1. They are number 16. They're last on the list. Pass blocking, we're number 10. They're number 11. Receiving, we're number 3. They're number 13. When you look at rushing, we're number 11. They're 13 there as well. When you look at run blocking, we're number 11. They're actually number 3. When you look at defense, we're number 1 there. They're number 6. When you look at rushing defense, we're number 3. They're number 8. When you look at tackling, we're number 5. They're number 13. When you look at pass rush, we're number 1 and they're number 4. And lastly, when you look at coverage, we're number 2 and they are number 6. So as you see, our Colorado Buffaloes are leading the Big 12 in a few categories. Number 1 overall, number 1 in passing, number 1 in defense. I mean, it's really, really good things here. I mean, number 1 pass rush, number 2 coverage, number 3 receiving, number 2 offense. I mean, we're pretty much top 3 in pretty much all the categories. I mean, which is kudos to our coaching staff and what we're able to do developing these players, and these players going out there and working extremely hard and getting the job done. Of course, this matchup here, I honestly think this could be a game where we can be extremely dominant on all 3 phases. I have us winning this ball game here 38-14. I think it's a type of game where we can really run away here. And of course, we got to get the job done. It's going to be fun, man. I'm going to be there in person, obviously, so I'm going to get there super early. I know Big Noon Kickoff will be there, so I'm going to try to get the ball there about 7 o'clock in the morning. If you see me, come chop it up. I know a few of you guys are going to be there, so if you see me out high birds, I give you gear on, come holler at me, dog. That can keep you long. I just want to bring you guys a phenomenal update. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Bird's Eye View, man.